Greetings, Naz family. Pastor Dale here. I just wanted to give you a brief update in light of the coronavirus or COVID-19 that's been talked about and discussed in the news here lately. Some of you may remember a couple of years ago, our church was hit by a tornado, and then the aftermath immediately following, we were able to assess how well our teachers and faculty and staff did at keeping our students protected, and no harm was done to anyone, and a lot of it was because of the way they reacted. In light of that, we began to look at procedures and things that we need to do in the event of any sort of calamity or thing that may come our way. And so over the last few weeks, we've been watching as the coronavirus has spread across the world and wondered how we should react and how we should respond. And in light of watching the Center for Disease Control, the World Health Organization, and listening to the briefings from our president and our governor, we're at a place now where we feel like we're able to respond in a healthy way to you as a congregation and let you know that we are planning on proceeding with services and things, activities going on here at the church as normal, while we are doing some things to make sure that things are disinfected and that we're careful about how we interact with one another so as not to spread the virus if it might happen. We also know that there are many of you who may wish to stay home. We're a congregation who has a wide variety of ages. We're a multi-generational or intergenerational congregation, we like to say, and we want to take everyone's thoughts and everyone's health into mind. We're concerned for all of you. And so with that in mind, we know that many of you may wish to stay at home and not come to our regular weekend services. And if that's the case, you'll notice in the email that this video is attached to that there is a link to a page where you can go and find helpful links that can take you to live streams of our worship services or on demand some of our past worship services. There are also places where you can connect with our different age level ministries for your children or youth, where they can stay connected if they don't wish to come and be on campus. We're doing this not just for you, but also for our community. 1 Timothy is a letter that Paul wrote to a young pastor, and he says to him, "We've not been given a spirit of fear, but of wisdom, of love, and a sound mind." So we want to react in wisdom, we want to react in love, and we want to react with a sound mind. So as we do that, I would just say to you, be careful as you're on social media, as you respond to others. Let's avoid getting into arguments right now. Let's realize that other people are coming from different perspectives for different reasons. People respond in ways that make sense to them. And so let's understand that about them, and let's continue to respond in a way that Peter tells us. Peter writes a letter to the church during a time when there was tons of turmoil and crazy things going on. And Peter says to the church, always be prepared to give a reason for the hope that is within you. That's what I would love to see us do as a family, that we would be prepared to share the hope of Christ with those that are around us, in our neighborhoods, in our families. So take a moment, pick up the phone and call a friend and encourage them. Send an email to someone you haven't talked to in a while and share with them about what God is doing in your life. Take these moments where you might be restricted to your home and use technology to reach out and share Christ in positive ways and to share the hope that is within you. A moment ago, I used the word turmoil. That's actually a series we're starting this weekend where we're actually talking about how do we as a people interact with one another in a way that brings healing to our conversations. With the elections coming up, there's lots of times where we can become embittered and we can fight one another. We'd like to be a people that begins to open up conversations where people can share what they think and allows us to share what we think. And as we interact in that space together, hospitality grows and we learn to love one another, to understand one another, and hopefully take our next steps toward Christ. That's the kind of church we want to be, and we hope that even during this time, while some of us will be gathering together and some of us may be restricted to our houses, we don't stop living as Christ's community with one another and taking our next steps towards Him. So it's my hope that through all of this, you'll share the hope that's within you, you'll see the hope that we have in Christ. We won't respond in fear, but that we will respond in a spirit of wisdom, of love, and a sound mind. We love you, and we hope that you'll take a moment to read this letter, see how you can interact, and pray about how God would help you interact with others. God bless you. Have a great week, Naz family.